Hi, I'm Marty Levinson. Welcome to the Northtown News Magazine. If you like my haircut, I'll cut yours.
Come on, baby, don't you wanna go? Come on, baby, don't you wanna go?
Hi, I'm Marty Levinson. Welcome to the Northtown News Magazine show with the greatest cameraman around, Sonny Hirsch, and your host, Avi Myers.
Thank you, Marty. Avi Myers, Northtown Neighborhood News Magazine, a presentation of Sonny Hirsch and myself. Dial us up on the web at www.ntnm.org, where you can watch all of our shows for the last, I don't know how many years, a lot. More importantly, you can watch dozens and dozens and dozens of interviews from candidates who will be on the ballot on Tuesday, March 15th, and I urge all of you to get out there and vote. And with the judge about to be my guest, I can't tell you to go out and vote early and often. I saved that for when I have a state's attorney's candidate here. So, in any event, also want to cats24.org, we're very big on community policing. If you're watching this on YouTube before the 22nd, you still have time to participate in Jewish Chicago. Otherwise, it's going to be available free on the web at www.aviworld.com, or frankly, you can just, Google my name or Jewish Chicago, or find the links from the other sites. I don't want to take up any more time from my guest, who is one of the most highly rated, if not the highest rated judge running in this particular election, a candidate for election in the 9th Sub-Circuit of Cook County, Judge Jerry Esrig. How are you?
Good, Avi. It's great to be back.
First of all, my pleasure, and thank you so much for being here. How is the campaign going?
Campaign's going very well. You mentioned my ratings. I got some good news the other day. The Chicago Council of Lawyers have reevaluated me based on my time on the bench, and they've now found me to be highly qualified. So that's both the Chicago Bar Association and the Chicago Council of Lawyers have found me highly qualified. So I'm very honored by that.
That's terrific. And even though you may not be highly qualified in some of the others, you do have their highest rating. They just call it something else.
Right, exactly. Yeah. But the Chicago Council doesn't give out the highly qualified very often. So
no, not at all. That's true. It's one of the tougher associations.
Very, very honored by that.
Yeah, I know for instance, what people don't realize is like the Bar Association for Three-Legged People will automatically give all three-legged people highly recommended. And I'm not going to go into the ethnicity thing. Three-legged people will work just fine. Also, I want to give my regards to now retired former law partner of yours, James Epstein, one of my favorite people who's running for judge. And I can also tell you that, besides for the fact that I don't even have to ask him whether he's supporting you or not, but a number of other elected officials, I know Larry Suppleton in particular is a very big fan of yours. And I want to mention these things on the air. Why don't you tell us where the 9th Sub-Circuit is? Okay,
it's essentially Wilmette, Evanston, Skokie, Lincolnwood, and the city north of Devon and east of Harlem. Because this is Cook County, nothing is compact and contiguous, as you know. So there's some other squiggles and circles and parts of Glenview, parts of Niles, parts of Morton Grove, and a few other parts of the city. But those areas I mentioned are the main parts of it.
And basically you have the support of just about every single important official around.
Yes, I do. I'm very honored and very flattered to have those folks support. And I hope and I think it's because of the work I've done on the bench.
Yeah, I haven't. The truth is, I haven't really gone to my judicial panel people yet about Jewish Chicago, but I have a feeling that there's an excellent chance you're going to wind up being endorsed in Jewish Chicago. I can't imagine you won't be.
Well, I hope so.
So I just can't. I haven't done it officially, so I can't say that for a fact yet. I just can't.
Well, I don't take anything for granted. Mm-hmm. So.
No. Taking for granted. Listen, I thought you were the most for granted person last time to be endorsed, and then somebody ran against you with ratings as high as yours. Yeah. That's criminal.
It's a good sign for our sub-circuit, though.
It is. Yeah, no question. I mean, there's some very high-quality people here, and even your opponent this time is a quality individual. I have nothing bad to say about the person at all.
Yeah. Well, his ratings aren't like Megan's, but...
No, that's true. Yeah. There is a difference in the ratings. Yeah. There's no question about that. Yeah. In any event, so... you spend a lot of time going to events and letting yourself meet the public and all that?
Yeah, a lot of time going to events. And, one thing I've learned through this campaigning is really how many wonderful community organizations there are in the 9th Sub-Circuit that do a lot of great work. I met a lot of wonderful people through this, and seen the hard work and good work that community organizations do. So that's been a great part of this.
Oh, you've got so many ethnic groups, and each ethnic group has numerous organizations in and of themselves. And yeah, they do a lot of really nice work.
There's things like the YWCA in Evanston, the YMCA, the Moran Center in Evanston. Lots of really great things. I've been to the Ida Crown Jewish Academy affair coming up, I think, and the Keshet dinner's coming up. So there's just a number of organizations that do great work.
Oh, you're hitting the banquet trail. I was actually the guest speaker one year at the Ida Crown dinner.
Okay, yeah.
I'm a former graduate, and it was a lot of fun, actually. I'm a graduate there. They just moved to Skokie, as a matter of fact. I want to wish them all the luck in the world in their move. The old Rand McNally building. So, Sean Tenner, your campaign manager, I'm sure has you going out as often as possible.
He does.
But you still have to spend time on. Where are you serving on the bench right now?
I'm down at the Daly Center in room 1501, which is the jury trial assignment room for municipal. So every case in municipal in which a jury demand has been filed, about 6,000 cases, is managed in my room from the time the jury demand's filed until it's ready for trial. So it's a very high volume, intense courtroom, and I love it.
No, it sounds. So do you actually try cases, or you just decide where they're going?
No, we manage them to make sure they move along properly, and then we hear all the substantive motions. So anything that might dispose of the case before trial, we hear, and then we send them for jury trials when they go to jury trial.
Now, is this for the whole county, or is this just for the Daly Center?
It's for the Daly Center, essentially the first district, which is essentially Chicago.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot. There's a lot going on in that room.
No question about it. I assume you've got a website?
Yes, I do. www.jerryestrigforjudge.org.
And, well, his name is on the screen right now, so you can see it spelled clearly. And do you have a Facebook presence at all? Or?
We do have a Facebook presence, yeah. Jerry Estrig for Judge.
Very good. Yeah, I know I'm a subscriber to both of them, or however you phrase it. I check it all out, and he's got about as high a marks as anybody going on the ballot this time, and I want to urge you very much to give him consideration. And you can, like I said, I haven't done the Jewish Chicago ratings yet, but there's a really good chance he's going to do extraordinarily well over there. So I want to thank you very much for being here, Judge Jerry Esrig, running for Judge, 9th Judicial Sub-Circuit. What is your punch number?
I think it's 242. That's a good question. I'm pretty sure that's it.
Okay, good luck.
Thanks, Avi.